name's Steve Gore. I'm the Director of Hematologic Malignancies at the Yale Cancer Center. We're very excited about a new technology which is likely to receive approval from the Food and Drug Administration in the near future for the treatment of fairly rare type of leukemia after it's returned or relapsed. In this particular treatment, which is called CAR T therapy, the patient's own cells, their own immune cells, called T cells, are taken from the patient's veins, pretty simply, shipped to the Novartis Corporation, where a virus is used to introduce 3 new genes into these T cells, which will help these T cells recognize the patient's leukemia cells and activate the immune system to kill the leukemia, rather. So after the manufacturing process introduces these genes into these T cells, and they're now called CAR T cells. The T cells are grown into many, many numbers of them and frozen again, and then they're shipped to the treating center and infused into the patient through an intravenous line. These new T cells, which again started out from the patient, but they're now super duper revved up T cells to recognize the leukemia cells, attack the leukemia cells. They recognize the leukemia cells and attack them, and send up flares, if you will, to bring in other recruits and troops from the immune system to battle this refractory leukemia that the patient has. Now, this sometimes makes the patient very sick, and sometimes people need to go to the intensive care unit, and all sorts of important supportive care is needed to get patients through this massive activation of the immune system fighting this very resistant leukemia. But we know from clinical trials that a large percentage of patients so treated enter very impressive remissions, often after they've had many lines of therapy and their leukemia had proven resistant. And some of these remissions prove to be very durable and perhaps even cures. Now, the first approval is going to be specifically for pediatric patients and young adults with a particular kind of leukemia, but we know that this particular CAR T product from the Novartis Corporation is likely to be approved in other more common lymphomas, and there are also CAR T products coming from 2 other companies that will be approved in more common diseases, and we hope that this technology will be able to be utilized for other more common cancers in the future.